Hello, and here we are. The media is absolutely desperate to cover Hillary Clinton's every move. And of course, MSNBC cameras caught a mob of reporters chasing her van. It's Scooby as she arrived at an event in Iowa yesterday.
You can see the media running behind me here to chase the Scooby van.
Wow.
And she's going around to the back.
Wow, they're...
All right, and we'll see her very soon.
Guy in the orange pants is pretty quick.
The pro-Hillary media loves to chase her tail like she's a puppy dog, but refuses to mention any of her scandals since her big announcement. So let's get to the panel and hash this out once and for all. We've got Jillian Melcher. She's a writer for National Review and a fellow at the Franklin Center and the Independent Women's Forum. Michael Malice, author of Dear Reader and my favorite ghostwriter of all time. He is here tonight, along with Sam Morrell. He is a comedian and a friend of animals around the globe.
I guess.
And a philanthropist who's donated a lot of money to keep the American wolf alive.
If you say, I should have put that on my taxes.
You should have, because you could have gotten a much bigger deduction. So, Jillian, what do you make of this press field day? I mean, literally, it was almost an Olympic event.
Yeah, you've got to admire their hustle. I think if they ran fast enough, they might have caught a glimpse through the tinted windows of Hillary Clinton's Claire Underwood cardboard cutout that's riding shotgun here. But yeah, I think, you know, they're definitely eager to report on her and eager to please her.
So no one's actually seen her in the van.
Yeah, I think this is kind of like OJ in the white Ford Bronco, but without the charisma that he had. It's just really, really unfortunate that all they want to do is catch a glimpse of her when the rest of America doesn't want to see her face at all.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to say that her face is questionable. You're supposed to say that she's beautiful and lovely and in pristine condition, Sam.
But why? That's another thing. Why are we always attacking her charisma? Like, I'm sick of charismatic presidents. I want a you know who's charismatic? John Edwards. That guy cheated on his dying wife. So, you know.
He did.
You know who else is charismatic?
With a very questionable human.
What?
With a very questionable human, he cheated on.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's not the. All right. But, you know, I don't know. The way that I don't know if Hillary's really in Iowa because I saw her in Chipotle on 3rd Avenue a few hours ago.
Yeah, she's making the Chipotle
That
tour.
was my grandma.
Oh, okay.
We're not on good terms.
The one thing, the way she's running her campaign is a little weird. Like would you say that swipe right thing?
Was she on Tinder?
That's the thing. It's like it's Tinder, which is like, why are you using the way that you want me to vote for you in the same way that I like chose a regrettable hookup in Buffalo last weekend? You know?
I've got to say, I think it's kind of smart what she's doing with her campaign because she doesn't have charisma. So she's trying to repeat what she did in 2000 with the listening campaign. Put the emphasis on other people, not on her. Maybe that'll cover up the lack of charisma.
No, I mean, but that actually
it's pretty
works.
genius.
No, her ad is,
or Ricky Lazio is rolling in his political.
Her ad was insane. She's trying to come off as warm, but she's dressed like the cast of Gattaca. She's sitting there. She's like, "Hi, I'm Hillary Clinton. Like most Americans, I like being lectured by the elderly while I hold a cup of coffee." She's out of touch with this earth completely, and that's why I desperately hope she'll be our president.
Yeah, I know, but see, this is the thing that I love about you, and I've been waiting to talk to you about Hillary Clinton's candidacy because, I mean, more than James Carville or John Podesta, like, you actually want Hillary Clinton to be president. Please explain
Did you see how The Guardian quoted my tweet that her logo looks like 9/11 and the arrow going into the Twin Towers? Every step that she does, it's a walking calamity. And we have a year and a half. She hasn't even declared anything, and you have to talk about her appearance because all she says in her ad is, "I like America and people should have jobs." That controversial, crazy statement.
And but see, that's the thing. She won't step into any controversy. She won't at length. I mean, she hasn't even held a speech.
She gave us a balanced budget.
Yeah.
Single-handedly, her incompetence in '94 brought in the first Republican Congress in 40 years, and that led to the only balanced budget in our lifetime.
I didn't realize you were a Gingrichian.
Only on Christmas.
She's not being controversial, though, because this is her nomination to lose. Like, why would she chance it at this point, you know?
Because she should give a speech and lay out sort of a logical plan so people can get on board instead of, like, pretending to ride around in a fake van.
Well, I don't think it's fake. I've seen the Mystery Machine up close, and it's looking pretty cool.
But that has color to it.
Seen her server? Okay, now let's talk about the Twitter followers.
Okay.
Sam, because, you know, she has 3.5 million Twitter followers, and
she's gaining on Ashton Kutcher.
And more of them are from Baghdad than any city in the United States, by like double.
If anything, she's the one who can handle the Middle East then, I think, you know? Who cares if she has fake Twitter followers? Do you really care about that? I mean, I don't want a president who's social media savvy. She's not.
You don't want a charismatic president. You don't want one that's social media savvy.
No,
Warren Harding,
so
man.
far,
Let's
I'm
bring it
liking
back,
her.
baby. Take a
Here's
look.
the thing. So, I mean, do you really want a president who's like checking their Twitter? This is clearly
Yes.
not her doing
Yes.
it. I
I
don't.
think that's very much what Obama's done, though.
Yes.
And it's been a huge advantage for the Democratic
Yes.
Party that he's that tech savvy. Then you've got Hillary Clinton, and that random guy who's like biting people during the World Cup has more legitimate Twitter followers than her. That's not great for her campaign.
But that's a reflection on young
him?
people.
Yeah,
That's
good
not.
reference.
That's a reflection on young people. People don't follow. People on Twitter follow. I mean, Kim Kardashian has the most Twitter followers. You know, she's like 50 million.
Yeah,
or
but the
You
youth
can't
vote
argue with that
the youth
logic.
vote is so important.
She
And
should
if
be
you look at her
president.
Facebook followers, like a lot of them are over
Actually
55.
might be better than Hillary.
Not that cool.
No, that's true. Like, she doesn't have young, hip Twitter followers in Williamsburg.
Right.
It's like my mom, like, oh, how do you use the tweeter? I love my iPad.
Posting
It's so
photos of your
absorbent.
parents.
All right, well, there was big excitement in Washington, D.C. today when some moron crashed a one-man gyrocopter, not even a drone. He was piloting the thing onto the lawn of the Capitol. The man was taken into custody, but the big question, of course, is how is this possible? Because as we're watching this thing play out, you're thinking to yourself, there have to be at least 15 law enforcement agencies who have the guy on laser lock.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you shoot that clay pigeon, it's going to have feathers all over the tourists in D.C., and no one wants to see that. So they have to let him land and kind of apprehend him. They don't really have a choice there.
Yeah, they really don't. But I don't know. I think Washington law enforcement has grown a little soft. I have to say. I mean, they don't even sick the dogs on the White House intruders anymore.
I like
Release the hounds.
I gotta say, I kind of like what it says for the postal system. I mean, this guy's gonna fly his own gyrocopter to deliver mail to Congress. There's something kind of sweet about that when I can't get my
But the
Amazon
funny thing
package.
is, because he works for USPS,
Yeah.
he actually went to the wrong address.
Oh, no.
He was trying to go to the White House.
The best of intentions.
Why are you rolling your eyes at me?
I'm not rolling your eyes, I
You
just laughed.
take back that eye roll.
I was not rolling my eyes. My God, I can't even turn it off anymore.
Yeah.
I thought.
Hi,
yeah.
honey bunch.
I thought I was watching like a remake of North by Northwest when I saw this on the news. This is the weirdest thing ever, and I don't know what he's doing. 2 years? That's and he's like he hid it from his wife.
No, and I'm from
That's the lamest thing for your wife to find out.
Is it?
It's not like,
Is
like
it?
yeah, it is.
Is
2
it?
years for this little plan.
Well, what did she?
I
What,
think an
should
intern
he
in his-
have like a porn robot generator in his
I think a
basement?
porn robot generator would have shown a little bit more commitment than this. I mean, he didn't even pull. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what this is.
I think Hammaker Schlemmerker,
Yes.
they've licensed the gyrocopter from him. They're going to be selling it for Christmas and Hanukkah, which I think is a great development.
Porn is
Buy me one.
understandable.
But
is what
not
I'm saying.
Kwanzaa.
Porn is understandable. This is like some sad Travis Bickle experiment.
All right, Sam. Between charisma, Twitter followers, and porn, what do you want your president to have?
I didn't say I want my president to support porn. but
menopause. She has to be menopausal.
I mean, menopausal is huge.
Yes,
obviously.
obviously.
I mean, you basically have to be just to run, right?
I don't think that's
if you're
true
a
either.
woman, you do, yeah.
You have to be what?
Women hit
Menopausal?
menopause at what, 35? Or is that
That's
right?
what it is,
I don't know.
Sam,
I'm not
yeah.
totally
Nailed it.
educated on
Yeah.
that, but I don't know.
Nailed it.
Nailed
You
it.
nailed it.
That's it, buddy. Good job. You are our biologist in chief. I
Pretty
officially
good.
nominate you.
Pretty good.
Dr.
It's like Bill
Morrell.
Frist.
Well, speaking of frisk to frisk, we're going to get up close and personal with the panel a little later and with actress.
You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing.
That's right, I'm gonna keep on dancing. Welcome back. A judge ruled today that Donald Sterling had no right, I say, to shower his alleged girlfriend V. Stiviano with a duplex, a Bentley, a Range Rover, a Ferrari, because the money he used wasn't exactly his to give away. The court sided with Sterling's long-suffering wife, Shelley, saying that she was still his wife when he pulled these shenanigans, and there she is at a Chipotle. Ordering a burrito bowl. Well, guess what? V has to return all of the lavish gifts to Shell Bell. But Shelley doesn't want the car, baby. She wants the money. She wants $2.6 million because $2 billion isn't enough. Our panel is back. It's Jillian Melcher, Michael Malice, and Sam Morrell. So, Sam, I'm going to start with you. Is this sweet justice?
Yeah, it is, and also you can tell she's out to lunch right now because of those. She's crazy. She's wearing huge sunglasses. That's a sign.
You know
Number
that's
one.
not V. Stiviano, right?
No, I know. I'm saying his wife is enough.
Oh, okay.
Probably she's a little crazy because she put in the real years. She was married to him during his real racist years. I'm going to assume because the Clippers were bad back then.
Yeah,
so,
not
you know.
even the racist light years.
No, they were. He was probably angry.
Yeah, he was angry.
Also, yeah, it's like, you know, you got to earn it. You know, and I say once the affair's over, you got to give the Ferrari back. That's what I say.
All right, Michael Malice, what is the role of the mistress?
I'm an old-fashioned guy. So in my day, the mistress had two roles. You do the weird stuff that the wife never heard of and refuses to do, and you keep your filthy mouth shut. As soon as you are going with the press with secret tape recordings, you have voided your payment for services rendered. She's absolutely disgusting.
Yes, the mistress-ship is null and void.
And did Monica Lewinsky get any of that china that Bill and Hillary stole from the White House? No, 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 I say.
No, she's gotten nothing but slandered since then.
Yes.
A great point. What do you think, Jillian?
You know, I kind of love this whole story. To be honest, I think it's more entertaining than the NBA. I wish that they would televise, you know, Donald Sterling and his crazy women fighting. I love it.
Yeah, it is kind of good. It's like Dynasty. But they could call it... I think they're going to beat that. All right, the CEO of a Seattle company is giving away $930,000 of his own salary to all of his employees, setting his minimum wage at $70,000. Dan Price sat down with Fox Business Network's Stuart Varney today to discuss the decision.
I think I should be paid market rate so that I, as a CEO, can be replaced if I can't work for some reason. And so I'll get back up to it. That's not an issue. It might take me 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and I'm willing to make that investment. So again, this is a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain.
Is he full of malarkey nonsense? I have my own thoughts, Malice.
Get a haircut, hippie. What makes me sick is reading all the press about this because the articles about his decision read exactly like sermons. Like leftists can't get their head around the fact that maybe this works for him and his company's industry, but the idea that we all have to follow this and this is a great moral victory for all mankind is absolutely absurd and ridiculous.
Yeah, and he reminds me of John Mackey, who is the CEO of Whole Foods.
He reminds me of Joe Mackey because he's fake.
You think it's big phony baloney?
I mean, look, he's got a lot of money from when he was in the band Hanson, so he's probably sitting on that, you know? I don't know.
Bob, I'll take a pay cut.
I'm just so cynical that these stories, he's got something up his sleeve. I don't buy it.
All right, here's what he's got up his sleeve. He's going to pay these people $70,000 a piece, you know, as a little bit of a PR stunt. He's going to fire half of them. And then when the company goes public, because he says he hasn't taken any venture capital so far, when the company goes public, he's not going to give them any options. And he's going to make $3 billion on the first.
Yeah, that totally might happen, or this might just be the startup mentality. I mean, he's got a vested interest in maintaining talent, so maybe $70,000 is a reasonable minimum wage. But if you try to apply this across the board, I mean, with McDonald's CEO, if you break it down, sharing his salary, doing the math, they're going to get like a penny on the hour extra.
Yeah, that's true. They have a lot more employees at places like Walmart, Costco, and even old McDonald's.
Your favorite?
I don't know. I love McDonald's. I'm so glad you said that because I'm going to talk about it a little later because I love it just so much. But there's something disingenuous, and I know the guy, like, he feels good about himself. He says that $70,000, that's the threshold where people are really happy. And Seattle is the socialist haven for all of this minimum wage nonsense.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm in favor of raising minimum wage because whenever I deal with a McDonald's clerk, I just would rather deal with the computer because, you know, these subnormal people can't handle if it's a $5, $6 fee and I give them $11, they void their bowels and release their ink. They can't handle the math. So I am absolutely in favor of driving these people out of work and replacing them with the robots. Not even joking a little.
So just for the record for tonight, what we've learned, Michael Malice wants Hillary Clinton to be president.
Yes.
So the government falls apart, and he wants the minimum wage raised so robots run the world.
Yes. I want Mariel Hemingway to be president. I want her name in there. I'm a fan.
She is menopausal.
Shh, wow. You're not supposed to say the MP word.
You know, I was watching the movie Manhattan once, and my girlfriend came home. She was complaining about her office drama, and she got mad because I was ignoring her for the movie. And she's like, "Are you tuning me out for Manhattan?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Was your story nominated for 2 Academy Awards?"
Well, we're going to talk to her about it and the crazy Woody Allen antics and her very impressive book. Oh, thank you so much, Sam, Michael, and Jillian.
Thank you.
The great panel and a fine evening still awaits.